Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the West Coast, where today we're basically continuing on from the last episode. We're bailing away in our Fastric 8000, we got the 3000 all-wheel steer. Karting, we got the New Holland CX 8090 from Modholster. I'm doing some harvesting for us on Courseplay. And I'm starting to wonder if maybe I should stop going around the headlands, because it might cause issues. Yeah, screw it, we'll see what happens. If I need to, I can get the bale trailer and start setting these bales a bit earlier than I'd anticipated. But the plan is we've got 2 fields needing to be harvested, and the sooner we can get the harvest done, the better. The Challenger is... I've literally just finished recording the last episode. We're just basically continuing directly on. The Challenger is still cultivating, I must say seeding, cultivating field 15 for us. It should be nearly finished actually, or nearing completion. What else is going on at the moment? I think that's it. The cows are producing manure and slurry, the pigs are producing manure and slurry. The cows actually need to be cleaned out a bit, so I might go over there in a bit and clean them out a small bit. Just to let the combine get further ahead again. Because of course this is running twice as fast as the combine, so we are catching it every single time we're using it. The combine will need to be emptied soon, and I'd ideally like to do it in a long stretch. Which I don't know if it'll let me. Long straight stretch where the pipe is facing exactly the way that it is right now, so I'm gonna try and let it do one more pass, and then we'll hop into 3000 and hopefully ooh, now we'll get to find out if it's gonna slip and slide and bonk off bales potentially. The hope is we can let it do one more pass down the way, so that it's then facing the correct way for us to get the 3000 in and start emptying it again. Now the 3000 will be completely full. The Smith Super Cube on the back of it will be. And the harvester will not be completely empty, so it'll be a bit sooner rather than later that we'll need to empty it again. But we are getting this field done in record time, I think. Just because I am using Courseplay, and Courseplay is that bit more efficient than I could ever be. 92%. Am I going to be lucky here? 93. Yes, I think it is going to go exactly the way that I want it to. Which is always good when it starts going in your favor. This is wheat we're harvesting, by the way. I don't know if I ever mentioned that. It's wheat in field 50, or what field is this? Field 11 here. We bought in the last episode. We are still kind of low on money, but not so low that I'm worried. Because we have a lot of sugar beets ready to get sold off. We'll obviously be selling these bales. We're harvesting wheat, which I can sell off. Okay, so now it's time to hop into the 3000 fast track. In very short order here, we need to get right up beside the combine and start unloading it. Like so. Let's actually move forward a bit relative to the combine. There we go. And this will fill the trailer up entirely. It won't empty the combine out entirely. Which I'm perfectly fine with that, to be honest. It's just a case of giving the combine some wiggle room and not having it stop in the middle of the field. Honestly, the more the combine's moving, the better this harvest will go. Because it does take Courseplay a while to get the combine on the move again. 98, 99, 100% exactly right at the end of the row. Wow, that was close. And will the combine, I've just realized, will the combine trip over the bale here? It's shoving it, it's shoving it, it's shoving it out of the... Ah, wonderful. So it does bonk the bales, but it does shove them out of the way nicely enough. So me baling directly behind the combine is actually fine. That's perfect. That's what I wanted to see. So this needs to go into storage. And I think yeah, we'll tab over to the cows and the pigs and just make sure that everything over there is fine. I think the pigs need a bit more food. I just want to check. Do the pigs need... Yeah, the pigs can do a bit of food, as can the cows, which I don't have a trailer over the cows. Or I don't have a tractor over it. I got everything else I need. I don't have a tractor over the cows, which means I can't feed the cows, but that's fine. They can make do with what they've got for now. So that's... Actually, I just realized Field 11 is one of these beautiful fields where I can attack it from whatever angle I want. It's in just the right place that I can go in one gate and come out the other. I could, in theory, courseplay this, I've just realized. But I get the feeling that the bales would cause a problem. So that's 39%. Okay, let's tab over to this, the lever. We will start in here. Okay, that's actually both gates I wanted open. That's actually amazingly convenient because I need to get... oh, I still need to open... Do I need to open that gate? I do need to... Do I? I do not. Because I need to get the grass from here. Hopefully it'll all go in once. Perfect. 359 grass. That's a small amount, granted, but it's enough that the cows... well, it's enough to make the cows think they've got some grass at least. Enough to do the cows for a little bit, so we'll put that into this feeding trough over here, which, as you can see, is still doing well for grass. There we go. And we'll then muck the cows out, because of course that needs doing as well. If you're struggling to find where the manure spawns on the west coast, it is in fact in this shed. BulletBill's got a nice little script running. I think it is a script from marhu.net, which spreads the manure out nicely, actually. Gives it a very realistic kind of feel. If you know, it is kind of hard to find the manure. I think I've got it all. Just gonna drive up again and make sure. Yeah, that is, I think, to the best of my ability, all the manure picked up. So let's back up and out of here. I am using keyboard and mouse, by the way, because I'm nothing if not a lazy sod. So that can go on top of this pile here. Wonderful. We can now go over to the pigs with this Massey Ferguson 675 that I am using as effectively a muck and food shuttle. I don't mind admitting that I'm using this just for, you know, just as a front loader tractor. I think it's a nice tractor to have. In theory, I could bring this over to the cows and run the feed mixer, but I don't know if it actually would run too well with it. Especially seeing as this thing is only two-wheel drive. Just notice that I got the... There we go. So some more corn for the pigs. And we'll pick up... I'm gonna say 2 buckets of food. Should do them. So we do have a pile of food over here, under shelter of course, because you don't want the food rotting. And before somebody complains that the food should be in that shed there instead of that shed there, well, that shed that it's in was easier to get to. Deal with it. So that's 1 bucket of pig food. They will need more than this, obviously, but I'm just gonna give them a very quick top up now so that I don't need to worry about them for a little bit. And that is a 2nd bucket of pig food. This is the Massey Ferguson front loader and bucket, by the way, from the Massey Ferguson pack. Once we got the food to the pigs, we will just rearrange the manure in their pile, because it doesn't spawn in with the pigs, unlike with the cows. It does spawn directly into the pile. Unfortunately, it is a bit messy, so I do like cleaning it up a bit. The combine's coming up near full again. It's at 80%, so I'm not too concerned. There is, or was... Oh, it's... Does it spawn randomly every time? There was a bit of manure outside the pit, but there isn't any more. That's definitely interesting for sure. And it's just a case of picking up the random odd bits that are left behind over here. We can put them into the corner pile that I'm making. So the pigs have created, according to this, 4,500 litres of manure, which is nothing to be sniffed at. The cows have 2,329 litres. Oh, that's what was there already. Okay. That's what I just picked up. How are they doing for slurry? 13 or 25,000 litres and 8,000 litres essentially. I think everything else is good. So it's back to the Fast Track 3000 because we're going to have to drive on the crops. Oh no! No, this is... Ah. Now, unless there's a minor miracle and we can get... and the combine can make it back to the other end without needing to unload, we're going to have to drive on the crops. And I think this plan has suddenly gone awry. I should have been keeping a closer eye on where the combine actually was, even though I was at the other side of the map entirely. So that, yeah, it's my fault. That is my bad, but on the bright side we have... how many bales have we produced so far? In statistics, 40 hay or straw bales. Possibly 39 straw and 1 hay. That hay bale might still count as being one of the bales created today. But the bonus of that is, that's free money. This is money that's just coming out of the field that I would have chopped up and got rid of anyway. This is why I always make bales. Like, even if I'm going to sell them, even if the only plan for the bales is to sell them, I do make bales almost every single time, because it makes more sense to me to get a small little bit of extra money over a small little bit of extra convenience. So this is going to be a fun one, because this combine is going to want to... Well, I can empty it the entirety of the way down. It's going to be getting back up is the issue, because I'll have to do a weird loop. I'm going to try and get the combine as empty as I can before I need to consider the weirdo loop. No, I'm going to have to do the weird loop, because the combine's going to want to come exactly where I am right now. And that's not going to work for me unless I do this. Just occurred to me that blocking the combine is probably the smartest thing I can do. So that's 11,034 litres. 100 and something litres. Yeah, well done, Dave. Just make up a random number and claim that's how much the trader can now hold. So we're gonna be good for money. We are in fact good for money as is. I'm still considering turning field 17 into a grass field. Leave your comments. Well, I probably have made my decision by the time this video goes out, because it's going out Friday, I believe. I was going to say leave your comments below. Leave your comments below, assuming I haven't done it in the stream already. What should I do with field 17? It's basically whatever you guys want, with the exception of poplars, Fahy. And with the exception of potatoes and sugar beets, because it's already got sugar beets in, and the sugar beet harvest just takes a bit too long. Potato harvest, annoyingly, are the same problem. So I'm just kind of ruling them out for now at least. But I think pretty much any other crop I can put in there. Oilseed radish, maybe. That's, whoops. I'm still not 100% used to this keyboard because I accidentally just rested my finger on the D key a bit too heavily. And the fast track shot off to the right. But this is going very, very well indeed. With the exception of the couple of corners missed by Courseplay, it's pretty much got this field entirely done. We can do a bit of cleaning up afterwards and that's fine. The Challenger's finished work, so we can set the Challenger up on field something or other. So we can clear this course. Get the Challenger spun around here into field... It's not 10, that's for sure. Field 14. Do I have a cultivation course for field 14? I think so. I do not. So, field 14. I want to finish it up, let's say here. Bing. And go to the first waypoint. This is field 14, culti. Boom. And where is the... I'm actually going to need to move the 3,000 fast track so that I can get the 8,000 freed up. There we go. And this is going very well indeed. This is a lot of progress for... Granted, it is across 2 videos, but even just in this video, we've made a lot of progress. We were still only baiting the headlands at the start. We're now very nearly finished this field. We've got another field cultivated. We've got the animals all sorted out for now at least. They will, of course, need extra work. For those of you that might be wondering, I do have 50 of each animal. 50 cows, 50 sheep, 50 pigs, and the damn chickens that you can't get rid of that I don't want, but because the game makes you have them, you have them. I'm ignoring the chickens, might I add. Actually, I got more than 50 of every animal because I just realized they do have a habit of breeding. 52 sheep, 60 pigs, 51 cows. I started off with 50 of each. And there is a part of me that's thinking... Because I did this in a stream and I said, oh, this is useless. I am now thinking once again about potentially just keeping the numbers at maybe 50-ish, which would mean getting an animal trailer and starting to sell animals off. Just because 50 seems to be a nice medium. Maybe 75 for the pigs. Or maybe even 75 for the cows and sheep too, because I do want to get them to a point where they're producing wool and milk at a good rate, so that there's constant money coming in. I know the wool I'll have to sell myself, but the milk, I want the milk to be produced at a good, constant, high rate. Which is why I'm keeping them up near 100% productive. Just because that's more milk. If that's coming in good, then I don't need to worry about money at all, ever. Which, by the way, is why I got 50 cows. Here's the thing. Some people... I'm not going to name names, but some people like getting solar panels and windmills and hiding them off the edge of the map and all this kind of stuff to get money in for YouTube's sake. I'm a bit different. I will try my best to get money at a reasonable rate from whatever I can within the game without cheating. Now, if that means I have 17 beehives, because I decided to buy 17 beehives, well then I'll have 17 beehives. If it means I'll get 3 solar panels because I could afford them at some point, I've got 3 solar panels. But I think the best way to do it is with cows. Because, well, there's a logic here. With the cows, I think I was talking about in yesterday's video, I think, how silage is the best way to min-max the game. BJA silage. You get the maximum rewards for the minimum effort. I think cows are even just as good, because you get money in the form of milk. The cows produce more cows by themselves. You're using stuff that you wouldn't normally use anyway, like straw and granted silage you would use if you're really trying to min-max for the BGA, but you could use, you know, a field or two of silage, some hay, some water, and you get money from the milk. You get more cows because the cows breed now. You get manure, and you get slurry. That's a pretty good deal in my eyes, because it's and you can sell the manure and slurry, so you've got 3 potential ways to make money out of the cows alone, using, for the most part, stuff that you wouldn't have used anyway. I think that's a good deal. I don't think you're getting ripped off. The same with the sheep. I mean, sheep just take grass and water. The pigs, you can buy pig food and they produce more pigs, yes, but they also produce slurry and manure as well. So, I mean, if you want to have a save game where you're producing all of your fertilizer yourself for free, you just buy a buttload of pigs and cows, and maybe you'll have to do the first 2 seeding cycles with, you know, bought in fertilizer, but after that, I'm gonna say you're pretty solid to just go ham with slurry and manure, because without selling any cows, number one, you're getting money in. Without selling any cows or pigs and just, you know, worrying about feeding them, which is, you know, always a bit of a hassle. By the time you've got 2-3 harvests in, especially with a few fields, you're gonna have maybe 80 pigs producing. Keep them up near 100%, you've got a lot of productivity there of slurry, manure, more pigs to produce more slurry and more manure. And with the cows, I mean, it's, if you just want manure, well, just give them buttloads of straw, which, hey, if you're planting wheat and barley, you're going to be getting straw as a byproduct anyway. You know, yeah, even if you're having a silage save game, you can have one field that's wheat or barley at all times, just for the sake of getting straw for the cows, so they'll produce manure, so you don't need to worry about it. And even if you're doing a silage save game, hey, look, you've got all of the digestate ever from the BGA. Well, isn't that convenient? There's a lot of ways to play farm sim, and a lot of ways to make money fast. I know I've seen videos on YouTube like how to make $1 million quickly and Farming Simulator 17. But, well, just play the game in a logical manner and you'll get a lot of money real quick, especially if you're playing on lower difficulties. The game does like to throw ways of making money at you. I'm just gonna match speed with the harvester because I've caught up to it and there's nothing else I can do here. This is the last pass for both the harvester and the baler. Harvester might fill up, actually, I've just noticed. That might be an issue. But definitely the baler will be good. And interestingly, the harvester's, I think the baler's running slightly slower than the harvester, because it does seem to be pulling away slightly. There we go, that's as close as I dare bring it. It's basically, yeah, the front 3-point of the track, the fast track, is basically rubbing off the shredder on the back of the combine. That's as close as I'm really willing to get. 99%, we're just going to stop the fast track here. We've got the other fast track. There's a harvester, yep, filled up at the last minute. However, we are doing very, very well in terms of bales and crop and stuff. We are definitely, almost definitely running a profit from this field. Which, yeah, that's good. It's definitely not the worst thing in the world. Harvester's finished work. So just stop the driver there. Just let it unload the rest of the way. We'll have to... I will, off camera, really quick, just do some tidying work with the combine. But annoyingly, I've kind of run to a point where there's not much of an... where I've kind of got to end the episode a bit earlier than I'd like. Because I'd like to go for half an hour, but there's nothing left to do. And it's not really worth starting a new job right now because... yeah, I've kind of run out of things that I can realistically do for today. And I guess this week, obviously in the streams we'll have a lot more going on, more harvests, more of everything happening. But from me for now, I will leave you guys by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on the West Coast. I'm going to stop tipping here because I want to get a thumbnail of this. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be back next time with more West Coast. I don't know what videos I'll have over the weekend. It'll be a surprise if I have any even. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.